proper amino acid metabolism, before going into detailed amino acid metabolism or individual amino acid metabolism, we will look through the basic steps involved in amino acid metabolism. Okay. So, anyone of you tell me what is amino acid? It is the building blocks of proteins. So, proteins are nothing but linear chains of multiple amino acids, right? So, for protein metabolism or protein absorption, after protein absorption, finally we will get different amino acids from protein metabolism or from protein breakdown. So, individual amino acid metabolism or overall amino acid metabolism is equivalent to protein metabolism, because different proteins are composed of different amino acids, and after absorption those proteins are converted into individual amino acids. They are separated, all the amino acids, and individual amino acids are then metabolized. Okay. So, what is the source of amino acids? What are the sources of amino acids? Dietary proteins. We eat proteins in our diet on regular basis, and body protein also. Body protein breakdown also supply a huge source of amino acids. And what are the fates of amino acids? What are the further outcomes from amino acid? Synthesis of protein, required protein, body proteins which are being broken down, they are further synthesized also, and synthesis of non-protein nitrogenous compounds. Okay, synthesis of non-protein nitrogenous compounds are also very important for amino acid metabolism. Clear? And coming to the steps of amino acid metabolism, the first initial step is transamination. Transamination will lead to formation of keto acids. Okay, what is the difference between an amino acid and a keto acid? What is the difference? In amino acids, there will be an amino group, and in keto acids, there will be a keto group. Okay, so in case of transamination, what happens? The amino group from one amino acid is transferred to a keto acid. Okay, to form a new keto acid and a new amino acid. So, by this process, new keto acids are formed and new amino acids are also formed. We will study this in details. And second step is deamination. Second step of amino acid metabolism after transamination is deamination. Transamination is transfer of amino groups from one amino acid to a keto acid, and deamination is removal of amino group from an amino acid to form a free ammonia. Okay, so when the amino group is removed as ammonia from an amino acid, that is called as deamination. Clear? And that free ammonia is always excreted as urea by urea cycle occurring in liver. Okay, so today's specific learning objects are general metabolic reactions of amino acids, and those reactions are based on the groups attached in the amino acids. What are the groups amino acid has? One amino group, one acid group, and side groups. Okay, so the reactions will be based on all the groups, that is amino groups, carboxyl group, and if side chains, anything present, then the side chains. Okay. Next, it is formation, storage and transportation of ammonia. This comes as a long question in your exam, and also functions of ammonia and ammonia toxicity. This is also very important in your exam, okay, for explain why questions or short notes. So these are the learning objects for today's class. Okay, now coming to a basic thing, that is nitrogen balance. What do you mean, understand by nitrogen balance? Anyone? It's written over here. So in our body, nitrogenous compounds, they are in a fixed amount. So it is not increased on daily basis or not decreased on daily basis. Okay. So whatever we intake or ingest, that is excreted. So body maintains a nitrogen balance, not only in the form of proteins but also in the forms of other non-protein nitrogenous compounds. Okay. But in case of positive nitrogen balance, what happens? When the intake is higher but the output is less. So in your common sense, when can this happen? Intake is higher in case of growing children. When there is protein requirement is high and there is muscle production and production of other body parts that require much protein. So in that case, it will be in positive balance. So we need more protein or nitrogenous substance in our diet than the excretion. Okay. And other situations, pregnancy. In pregnancy also the same case, and in after severe illness, in the recovery phase of severe illness, we need positive nitrogen balance, and in case of negative nitrogen balance, we will get protein energy malnutrition, okay, nutritional deficit, where there will be nutritional deficit, so there will be negative balance. Okay. Now coming to the amino acid pool. I told you already, the metabolism of protein is equivalent to metabolism of amino acids, individual amino acids all together. So the amino acid pool, that is the free amino acid in our body, it is fixed and it is almost 100 gram. Okay. So this is the free amino acids, and we get this free amino acid from breakdown of our body protein. Our body protein is also fixed. For a healthy adult, it is 10 to 12 kg of the body weight, total body weight, and the protein breakdown from body protein amount is 350 to 400 gram per day. It adds into this amino acid pool. Dietary protein, what is the RDA of protein? Recommended daily allowance of protein, 1 gram per kg body weight for an healthy adult. So it is 40 to 100 gram per day from dietary source. And synthesis of non-essential amino acids. Our body synthesizes non-essential amino acids inside the body. We don't require non-essential amino acids in our dietary source. So synthesis of non-essential amino acids also happen simultaneously. So these are the sources of this amino acid pool. Is it clear? So what are the sources of amino acid pool of our body? Breakdown of body protein, dietary source, and synthesis of non-essential amino acids. And what are the points of utilization? Points of utilization, I told you, protein synthesis and breakdown occurs simultaneously. Regeneration of new proteins, that is equivalent to the breakdown part. 30 to 50 gram of protein is excreted every day as urea. Clear? And the other extra part, 30 gram per day or so is required for synthesis of non-protein nitrogen compounds. See, what are the non-protein nitrogen compounds? These are the non-protein nitrogen compounds formed from amino acid metabolism. So, when the individual amino acids will be taught, this part will be focused, okay? Porphyrin, creatine, hormones, neurotransmitter, purine, pyrimidine, niacin, all these, thyroxine, all these are formed from the amino acid pool. And if there is anything left extra after production of 10 to 15% energy from the protein intake, it will be converted into carbohydrates and fats. Why? Because there is no storage form of extra protein, right? To maintain the nitrogen balance. Is it clear? এই পর্যন্ত সবাই বুঝতে পেরেছে? Okay. Next, the reactions. These are the names of the reactions we get from the groups. So, amine groups or amino group is involved in transamination. What is transamination? I told you, transfer of that amino group. Deamination, removal of that amino group in the form of ammonia. And another thing, that is carbamino compound formation. What is carbamino? When carbon dioxide is attached to that amino group, it forms a carbamino compound, and this is required, much required in our carbon dioxide transfer by hemoglobin. Okay, carbamino hemoglobin is formed. Next, it is carboxyl group. The reactions involved are decarboxylation. What do you mean by decarboxylation? Removal of the CO2 group. And amide linkage. Amide linkage is CONH. So, this COOH group forms amide group also. And next, the NH2 and COOH both are involved in peptide bond formation. This is very easy, you know about this part. And side chains, there may be OH group in case of, and they form ester formation like phosphoproteins and glycoproteins. Okay. And next, sulfur group. Sulfur group, they forms disulfide bonds, and example is cysteine to cysteine. Cysteine is the dimer of cysteine formed by disulfide bonds. So, these are the overall reaction names according to the groups. Now, coming to the definition of transamination, deamination and decarboxylation, because these three are most important. So, transamination, you all know by now, transfer of an amino group from an amino acid to a keto acid to form a new amino acid and a corresponding keto acid. ঠিক আছে? তাহলে সাবস্ট্রেটে থাকবে একটা অ্যামাইনো অ্যাসিড, another keto acid will react in presence of transaminase enzyme, okay, and it will be converted into a new amino acid and corresponding keto acid. The keto acid will be corresponding to the substrate amino acid, and the substrate keto acid will be forming the new amino acid. ঠিক আছে? Deamination, it is the removal of amino group and formation of keto acid. This keto acid is further converted into glucose or fat. Now, decarboxylation. Decarboxylation is nothing but removal of the acid group in the form of CO2, okay, and that forms glutamic acid to GABA. Glutamic acid after decarboxylation forms GABA, gamma aminobutyric acid. This is a inhibitory neurotransmitter. Okay, GABA is an inhibitory neurotransmitter, and other histidine, tyrosine, tryptophan, they make histamine, tyramine, tryptamine, etc. Okay, so removal of CO2 from an amino acid will leave the amine compound. So, These are the amine compounds. Is it clear? Histidine, after removing CO2, will be retaining the amine group and will form histamine. Okay. So, metabolism of amino acid can be divided into two major parts. One is the utilization or metabolism of this amino group, that is release of ammonia in form of urea. That is our main aim, because ammonia is toxic to our body. We will discuss why, and we need to remove this safely. So, metabolism of amino group is very important, and the remaining carbon skeleton or the backbone of the amino acid is converted into pyruvate or intermediates of TCA cycle or acetyl-CoA or acetoacetyl-CoA. This part is related to the glucogenic or ketogenic amino acids. Okay, fate of amino acids is removal of ammonia safely and utilizing the carbon skeleton in our carbohydrate metabolism pathway, or incorporating the remaining carbon skeleton in our carbohydrate metabolism pathway. So, carbohydrate metabolism pathway or in further energy production pathways. Okay. So, we all know what are the amino acids. They are glucogenic and ketogenic or both. Anybody? So, which are ketogenic? Which? Leucine, lysine is absolutely ketogenic, and which are the common amino acids, both glucogenic and ketogenic? Remember is that PITT, PIT. Okay, PIT is both glucogenic and ketogenic. What is P? Phenylalanine, isoleucine, tyrosine and tryptophan. Okay. Okay, now coming to this metabolism of amino group. So, I told you transamination, this class is a basic overview of amino acid metabolism. Regarding all the amino acid metabolism, you need to learn all these steps very carefully. Okay, na hole individual amino acid metabolism keu bujhte parbe na. So, transamination, what is transamination? Transfer of this amino group from amino acid 1. Suppose this is amino acid 1. Okay, this is the structure of amino acid. Ekhane structure of amino acid clear? This is the alpha carbon. This is the alpha carbon attached with a carboxyl group and amino group with a hydrogen and a R group. Okay, so this is the basic structure of any amino acid. Taito? So, in case of amino acid 1, this is amino acid 1, we have to remove this amino group. We have to remove this group and have to form this keto acid. This is the corresponding keto acid. So, we need another keto acid as substrate or as acceptor. This is the donor amino acid, this is the acceptor keto acid. Transamination is the reaction between one amino acid and a keto acid in presence of transaminase enzyme, and the coenzyme is pyridoxal phosphate. So, what happens? This amino group is will be transferred into this keto acid, alpha ketoglutarate. Glutarate is ketoglutaric acid. Okay, alpha ketoglutarate. When there is 8 suffix, it denotes acid. Is it clear? Jokhoni 8 thakbe last suffix, it will denote a acid. Okay, so alpha ketoglutarate is a keto acid. So keto acid in presence of transaminase enzyme will accept this amino group and will be converted into glutamate. What is glutamate? Glutamate here is the new amino acid. In transamination, what happens? One amino acid is converted into a keto acid and a keto acid is converted into a amino acid, new amino acid. The keto acid will be correspondent to the initial amino acid or amino acid 1, and the new amino acid will correspond to the keto acid 1. And here the enzyme is transaminase or aminotransferase, and the coenzyme is pyridoxal phosphate. What is it? Derivative of vitamin B6, pyridoxal phosphate. Okay, now coming to deamination. What is deamination? Removal of amino group. Removal of amino group from the amino acid that is formed, newly formed amino acid. In case of amino acid metabolism, glutamate is a common amino acid or common source of amino group. এই অ্যামিনো অ্যাসিডটা চেঞ্জ হয়ে যায়, এই অ্যামিনো অ্যাসিডটা ডিফারেন্ট অ্যামিনো অ্যাসিড চেঞ্জ হতে পারে, কিটো অ্যাসিড যেটা ফর্মেশন হচ্ছে সেটা চেঞ্জ হতে পারে, বাট এই সাবস্ট্রেটটা সেম থাকে, ঠিক আছে। আলফা কিটো গ্লুটারেট যে সাবস্ট্রেট 2 হিসেবে ফিক্সড, ইট ইজ ফিক্সড অ্যাজ দ্য অ্যামাইন গ্রুপ অ্যাকসেপ্টর ইন কেস অফ অল দ্য অ্যামাইনো অ্যাসিডস, ঠিক আছে। That's why glutamate is also a common end product for all the amino acid transamination. Okay, so deamination er khetre glutamate undergoes deamination in presence of glutamate dehydrogenase enzyme. Glutamate dehydrogenase enzyme to form alpha ketoglutarate. See, from here alpha ketoglutarate is accepting the amino group and converting into glutamate. Here the glutamate is releasing that amino group as ammonium ion and getting converted into alpha ketoglutarate. So transamination occurs in most of our tissues, in cytoplasm of most of our tissues, but deamination occurs in the mitochondria of liver cells. Okay, so deamination occurs in mitochondria of liver cells, and the free ammonium ion, it is produced in liver, and at the same time it is incorporated into urea cycle, and this ammonium ion is non-diffusible, okay, into our tissues. But whereas ammonia, gaseous compound, it is freely diffusible. So body produce ammonium ion, because if ammonia gas is present, it will be toxic to our body. ঠিক আছে? Okay, now here what happens, this ammonium ion when released in blood or in liver, it will cause overload. It will cause overload because after every amino acid metabolism, it is not possible to incorporate all the ammonium ion into urea cycle. So the excess ammonia will again join with glutamate to form glutamine. Okay, glutamate is a amino acid. It joins with ammonium ion to form another amino acid, that is glutamine, and here the enzyme is glutamine synthase, and glutamine acts as the transport system of ammonia in blood. ঠিক আছে, তো transport system to decrease the overload of ammonium ion. Ammonium ion binds with glutamate to form glutamine by the help of enzyme glutamine synthase. Now this glutamine, if required, this is to reduce the ammonium overload. If required, glutamine can travel through blood, and when needed, when there is possibility of release of ammonium ion in liver, it will again release the ammonium ion and will be converted to glutamate by the enzyme glutaminase. ঠিক আছে, মানে you may say যে this ammonium ion can be excreted by urea. It can, but if there is overload of ammonium ion production or excess ammonia, then it will bind with glutamate and will form glutamine, and it will travel through blood. ঠিক আছে, বোঝা গেছে? And the end product, it is ammonium ion is converted into urea and excreted by urine. Okay. Now moving to the next part, that is metabolism of carbon skeleton. I told you the remaining carbon skeleton part that is either used for oxidation in TCA cycle or it produces non-essential amino acids, okay, or it is used for synthesis of glucose or lipids. Clear? হয়েছে তো? আচ্ছা, here are the amino acids যে কোনটা কি তৈরি করে, intermediates of TCA cycle. TCA cycle পড়া হয়ে গেছে? So TCA cycle যা যা সোর্স, পাইরুভেট থেকে অ্যাসিটাইল কোয়ে আসছে, অ্যাসিটাইল কোয়ে থেকেও অ্যাসিটাইল কোয়ে আসছে, and this acetyl CoA will be incorporated in TCA cycle. So here are the amino acid names. ঠিক আছে? So see, leucine only forms acetyl CoA, lysine and leucine only forms acetoacetyl CoA. So these two are ketogenic. And all other phenylalanine, tyrosine, tryptophan, phenylalanine, tyrosine, tryptophan, okay, and isoleucine here. So PITT, these four are glucogenic and ketogenic both. Ketogenic only leucine and lysine, remaining all amino acids are glucogenic. Clear? Okay, এবার ট্রান্সামিনেশন একদম জলের মতো ক্লিয়ার সবার কাছে? So we need transaminase enzyme and pyridoxal phosphate as coenzyme. Here is the donor amino acid, here is the acceptor keto acid, here is the product keto acid, and here is the new amino acid product. Clear? Using transaminase enzyme and pyridoxal phosphate. What is pyridoxal phosphate? Derivative of vitamin B6. So why B6 is important in protein metabolism, or overall why B6 is important? Clear? Now see one thing, I told you whatever the donor may be, but the acceptor is always alpha ketoglutarate, okay, and the end product amino acid is always glutamate. So when I said the free amino acid pool, it is about 50% of the free amino acid pool is made up of glutamate and glutamine. Glutamine is the transport form of ammonia. It is the transporter of ammonia, and glutamate is the storage form of ammonia. বুঝা গেছে? Because all the amino groups are getting incorporated in alpha ketoglutarate to form glutamate. Okay, here is an example of an important transamination reaction. Here L-alanine is getting converted into pyruvic acid or pyruvate. It is a keto acid. ঠিক আছে? With the help of alpha ketoglutarate, same acceptor. The donor is a different amino acid here. Now alanine, in presence of alanine transaminase and in presence of pyridoxal phosphate, will be converted into pyruvate, and alpha ketoglutarate will take the amino group from L-alanine and will be converted into L-glutamate. ঠিক আছে? So this occurs in liver. This enzyme is present in liver, ALT. That's why significance হচ্ছে we can estimate this enzyme and assess whether there is any liver disease or not. ঠিক আছে? And we will learn why this enzyme is much important. Alanine comes from muscles. After muscle protein breakdown, the amino group is carried by alanine amino acid from muscle to liver. In case of all other tissues, it is glutamine. Okay. Now another important transamination reaction, that is aspartate reacting with ketoglutarate, alpha ketoglutarate will form oxaloacetate, another keto acid, and glutamate. See here the substrate is changing, donor is changing, but the acceptor is same. বোঝা গেছে? Why I am saying this is glutamate is the storage form of amines? Because it is the end product of transamination reaction. So we can say transamination reaction or transaminase enzyme, it acts as a funnel or a filter. It only filters the glutamate out. Okay, বোঝা গেছে? যদি কেউ জিজ্ঞাসা করে বা in exam if the question is asked, name a reaction in amino acid metabolism which acts as a funnel. So transamination reaction acts as a funnel. Why? Because it only filters out the glutamate. তাই তো? Whatever the amino acid is getting metabolized, the end product is always the amino acid is glutamate. And here AST, that is aspartate transaminase, this enzyme is present in multiple tissues. Multiple variant are found in multiple tissues, mainly in heart muscle, in liver, in skeletal muscle. So in case of detection of heart disease, that is myocardial, any kind of myocardial infarction, any liver disease or muscle disorders, we estimate AST. যখন ব্লাড টেস্ট করা হয়, ইন কেস অফ রুটিন ব্লাড টেস্ট, কেউ কখনো খেয়াল করেছিস লিভার ফাংশন টেস্ট করা হয়? লিভার ফাংশন টেস্ট জন্ডিস হলে সাধারণত যেটা করতে দেয়, কারোর কখনো করা হয়েছে? তাতে কি কি প্যারামিটার থাকে? বিলিরুবিন থাকে, টোটাল প্রোটিন থাকে, তাছাড়া থাকে SGOT, SGPT. So this is nothing but SGOT and SGPT. SGOT here, YSG, serum glutamate oxaloacetate transaminase. Its new name is aspartate transaminase. AST is equivalent to SGOT. And ALT is equivalent to SGPT, why glutamate pyruvate transaminase. Okay, so ALP is SGPT, AST is SGOT. Clear why transamination reactions and these two are this much important? Now this transamination reaction is a ping pong mechanism reaction. Why ping pong mechanism reaction? The pyridoxal phosphate, here the structure of pyridoxal phosphate, it has an aldehyde group. So it binds with the enzyme, transaminase enzyme, and then the substrate 1 is getting attached. ঠিক আছে? Look at this reaction. ECHO, this is enzyme bound pyridoxal phosphate. Okay, enzyme bound pyridoxal phosphate, it is getting attached with alanine, and the amino group is transferred to this part of pyridoxal phosphate, the coenzyme. Then the substrate 1 or the keto acid pyruvate is getting released. তাই তো? তাহলে একটা সাবস্ট্রেট এলো, অ্যাটাচ হলো, একটা প্রোডাক্ট তৈরি করে বেরিয়ে গেল। সাবস্ট্রেট 2 is getting attached after the product 1 is releasing. সাধারণত কি হয়, একই সাথে সাবস্ট্রেট দুটো আসে, যা হওয়ার সাবস্ট্রেটের মধ্যে ইন্টারচেঞ্জ হয়, তারপরে প্রোডাক্ট 1 প্রোডাক্ট 2 ফরমেশন হয়। But here what is happening? Substrate 1 is getting attached to the enzyme bound PLP, and then a product is released. After this, a ketoglutarate is coming and getting attached with the enzyme. Then a glutamate is released. তাহলে transfer of amino group is occurring via the pyridoxal phosphate. তাই তো? Clear? And this is why it is known as ping pong mechanism or a bye-bye reaction. Okay, it is also called bye-bye, BI, because one substrate is getting attached and the product is forming, then another substrate is getting attached and the second product is forming in 2 steps. That's why it is also called bye-bye or ping pong mechanism. Now here are few salient features of transamination reaction. You may be asked to write a short note on transamination, and these are the salient features you should write. So all the transamination reactions are reversible. Okay, all transamination reactions are reversible and they take place on liver, kidney, heart, brain, cytoplasm of all the major organs. Okay. So where transamination occurs? Cytoplasm of liver, kidney, heart, brain. What are the coenzyme? Pyridoxal phosphate, it is a derivative of vitamin B6. Now, there is intermolecular transfer of amino group but no ammonia formation. This is very important. Transamination never forms free ammonia. Only the transfer of amino group occurs. Clear? And amino groups are eventually concentrated in glutamate. Glutamate is the storage form of ammonia, I told you, and also helps in production of non-essential amino acids by the transamination. So, if required, non-essential amino acids can be produced by transamination. And alpha ketoglutarate, oxaloacetate, pyruvate, they act as the substrates. Main substrate is alpha ketoglutarate. If the reactions are reversed, as I told you, these are the reversible reactions, transamination, they may act as the substrate. Specific transaminases are for specific amino acid substrate. ALT is for alanine, AST is for aspartate. So the transaminase enzyme changes according to the substrate amino acid. Okay. Now it is also very important that which amino acids don't take part in transamination: lysine, threonine, proline and hydroxyproline. These amino acids, they don't take part in transamination. And this transamination is not only restricted to alpha amino group. What is alpha amino group? Amino group attached to alpha carbon. Here gamma amino group of ornithine is also involved in transamination to form glutamate gamma semialdehyde. Okay. Now coming to deamination. I told you deamination. What is deamination? Removal of ammonia in form of ammonium ion. And it is classified into two types, oxidative and non-oxidative. In case of oxidative, it is by glutamate dehydrogenase. Okay, glutamate dehydrogenase, the substrate is always glutamate and this occurs in liver mitochondria. ठीक है? And non-oxidative by amino acid dehydratase. Oxidative deamination by glutamate dehydrogenase. Glutamate in presence of NAD or NADP by the help of glutamate dehydrogenase gets converted into alpha ketoglutarate and releases the ammonium ion. So glutamate kotha theke peyechilo amino group? From where this glutamate came? Ei glutamate ta kotha theke elo? Transamination reaction theke. All the transamination reaction leads to formation of glutamate. তো সেই গ্লুটামেট থেকে অ্যামোনিয়াটা রিলিজ করতে হবে in the form of ammonium ion. ঠিক আছে? In presence of, in case of oxidative deamination, in presence of NAD or NADP, this reaction occurs. Okay? This is also freely reversible, and in case of catabolic reactions and anabolic reactions, only the direction changes. In case of catabolism, ammonia is released. In case of anabolic reactions, glutamate is formed. Now these are the important features of glutamate dehydrogenase enzyme. A short note may come on glutamate dehydrogenase. It is used in deamination of glutamate to release ammonium ion. It is present in mitochondria of liver cell. It contains zinc and it has 6 identical units. It is allosterically regulated by GTP and ATP. GTP and ATP inhibit this reaction and GDP and ADP activate the enzyme. It is also inhibited by steroid and thyroid hormones. As you know, the reaction needs oxidative pathway, so NAD plus or NADP plus is used It is responsible for most of ammonia formed in the body, and it may also link the glutamate to TCA cycle. Okay, why glutamate is linked? Because in case of ammonia toxicity, ammonium ions are bound with alpha ketoglutarate, which is an intermediate of TCA cycle. If there is ammonia toxicity, alpha ketoglutarate will bind with the excess ammonia to form glutamate. Thus, the energy production will be reduced. সেটাই লেখা আছে এখানে, reversibly links glutamate metabolism to TCA cycle, হয়েছে, and involved in both catabolic and anabolic reactions. That is also I told you. Now coming to non-oxidative deamination, these are the other amino acid metabolic paths that is involved in deamination by dehydratase enzymes and serine, threonine, homoserine. They form respective alpha keto acid by the dehydratase enzyme. In case of sulfur containing amino acid, disulfihydrase enzyme, they are used in deamination, and histidine to urocarnate. This is also non-oxidative process. Okay. Now coming to transport. So formation of ammonia is clear. Where the ammonia is getting formed? Formation of ammonia is taking place in which organ? Liver. By the enzyme glutamate dehydrogenase. Glutamate dehydrogenase was the main enzyme, and other enzymes are these. Okay, so formation we know. What is the storage form of ammonia? Storage form glutamate. Why glutamate? Because majority of amino acids are getting converted into glutamate, and their amino group is coming into glutamate. So glutamate is the storage form. Now we need to know the transportation of ammonia. So fate of ammonia, what happens? Glutamate, this can be converted into alpha ketoglutarate and ammonium ion in liver. So this ammonium ion can further form glutamate, glutamine or urea. তাইতো? কি করে? When there is toxicity, it will further attach with alpha ketoglutarate to form glutamate, and with glutamate also to form glutamine. And if there is no toxicity, it will be released by urea as usual path. In synthesis of compounds like non-essential amino acids, purine, pyrimidine, amino sugar, asparagine, all this, because these pathways are reversible. If required, if there is requirement of production of non-essential amino acids, purines, pyrimidines, amino sugars and asparagine, all these, so these can be formed from the ammonia. And it is also very important to maintain our acid-base balance. Ammonium ion is an important ion for acid-base balance of body. So here is the formation and transport part of ammonia. একই জিনিস, alpha ketoglutarate will bind with ammonium ion to form glutamate. It is the storage form. Just for the revision or just for your ease, okay, একই কথা বারবার বলা হচ্ছে, and this reaction is oxidative deamination reaction, reversible with the help of glutamate dehydrogenase. Glutamate then can bind with ammonium ion with the help of glutamine synthetase to form glutamine. This glutamine, it acts as the transporter of ammonia. Okay, and it is the major storage and transport, glutamate and glutamine. Then ammonia is removed from brain as glutamine if there is ammonia toxicity. In case of ammonia toxicity, when there is production of much ammonia, so it will combine with glutamate and will form glutamine. ঠিক আছে? And this glutamine is freely diffusible in tissues. That's why it is used as the carrier or transporter of ammonia. Not glutamate. Glutamate is not freely diffusible. So here is the mechanisms of ammonia to liver. We need to accumulate all the ammoniums or all the ammonia to liver. Why? Urea cycle occurs in liver. We need to excrete the ammonia as urea. তাই তো? তাই আমাদেরকে সব অ্যামোনিয়া গুলোকে ওভারঅল বডি থেকে কোথায় নিয়ে যেতে হবে? লিভারে নিয়ে যেতে হবে। সো উই নিড টু ট্রান্সপোর্ট ইট। তার মানে এতক্ষণ ধরে কি পড়লাম? গ্লুটামেটের সাথে গ্লুটামিন তৈরি করে। Glutamate binds with ammonium ion to form glutamine and this glutamine travels to liver. তাই তো? But in case of muscle, muscle এ কি হয়? Muscle এ যে গ্লুটামেটটা তৈরি হয় সেই গ্লুটামেট is not diffusible. তাই তো? That's why it is again converted into alanine by ALT. And this alanine is transported to liver with the amino group. This cycle, this muscle alanine cycle is also known as muscle alanine glucose cycle. Muscle alanine glucose cycle, it helps in removal of ammonias from muscle to liver. ঠিক আছে? But from most other tissues, they use glutamine as the carrier of ammonia. ঠিক আছে? Clear? Now, ammonia toxicity. Why ammonia is toxic? The mechanisms, these four are the mechanisms and symptoms of ammonia toxicity. It is mainly neurological. All the symptoms, they are mostly neurological and it presents as seizure, tremor, slurring of speech or blurring of vision. Okay, so these are the mechanism of ammonia toxicity. Why? I told you alpha ketoglutarate is an intermediate of TCA cycle. If there is ammonia toxicity, alpha ketoglutarate will bind with ammonium ion and will form glutamate and then glutamine. So alpha ketoglutarate concentration is decreased. তাই তো? If alpha ketoglutarate concentration is decreased, then the source of TCA cycle intermediate is decreased. That's why TCA cycle is decreased or depressed, so energy production is less. If glutamine production is high, it will accumulate the water into brain. Okay, glutamine will accumulate water into brain and it will lead to swelling and functional damage to cells leading to encephalopathy. ঠিক আছে? So second point is accumulation of water due to glutamine accumulation. Third is increased glutamine. I told you by decarboxylation, glutamate was getting converted into GABA by decarboxylation. Initially বলেছিলাম by decarboxylation glutamate কি করে? GABA তে convert হয়. But if there is glutamine increased, তাহলে glutamate কমে গেছে বা গ্লুটামেটটা গ্লুটামিনে ট্রান্সফার হয়ে গেছে। That's why there will be decreased GABA. GABA is an inhibitory neurotransmitter. If this is decreased, then the brain function will altogether be decreased. Okay. And hyperammonemia, this increase the permeability of potassium and chlorine ions and this causes ionic imbalance leading to neurological symptoms. Okay, so these are the mechanisms of ammonia toxicity and the symptoms are as such, mostly neurological symptoms. Clear to all? Ammonia toxicity is very important. The mechanisms of ammonia toxicity is asked frequently. Now few MCQs for you. Ball. So coenzyme for transamination reaction is PLP. Very easy. Next, which one of the following reaction exhibits ping pong mechanism? Why oxidative deamination? Oxidative deamination e ki hocchilo? Oxidative deamination er enzyme ki? Oxidative deamination er কোথায় হচ্ছে? Deamination glutamate থেকে হচ্ছিল, সেখানে কি কোনো পিং পং হচ্ছে? পিং পং হচ্ছে যেখানে দুটো সাবস্ট্রেট দুটো প্রোডাক্ট। কোথায় আছে দুটো সাবস্ট্রেট দুটো প্রোডাক্ট? ট্রান্সঅ্যামিনেশন। সবাই বুঝেছে কি? Why transamination is a ping pong mechanism? Substrate 1 was getting attached to the enzyme pyridoxal phosphate compound and it was forming the product 1. Then the second substrate was getting attached and then the product was released. Second product was released. তাই তো? হয়েছে? Clear? Why transamination? আমি কিন্তু দেখিয়েছি। কোথায় দেখিয়েছি? হয়েছে? সবার কাছে ক্লিয়ার এটা? পিং পং কেন? এই যে একটা এলো সাবস্ট্রেট, একটা প্রোডাক্ট বেরিয়ে গেল, আবার একটা সাবস্ট্রেট এলো, আবার একটা প্রোডাক্ট বেরিয়ে গেল। ঠিক যেভাবে পিং পং খেলে, হোয়াট ইজ পিং পং? টেবিল টেনিস, তাই তো? তো টেবিল টেনিস কি করে? একটা বল পড়লো, একটা বল উঠলো, আবার ওদিক থেকে বল পড়লো, বল এদিকে উঠলো। সো সেম হচ্ছে, অ্যালানিন আসছে, পাইরুভেট বেরিয়ে যাচ্ছে, কিটোগ্লুটারেট আসছে, গ্লুটামেট বেরিয়ে যাচ্ছে। ক্লিয়ার তো? Next question. Which one of the following reactions plays a significant role in synthesizing non-essential amino acids? Non-essential amino acid তৈরিতে কে হেল্প করে? Non-essential amino acid as product 2. Product 2 বলেছিলাম non-essential, গ্লুটামেট থেকে যেমন গ্লুটামেট তৈরি হচ্ছে সেরকম গ্লুটামেটের সাথে অন্য কোনো non-essential amino acid দরকার হলে তৈরি হতে পারে। কি হবে তাহলে? ট্রান্সঅ্যামিনেশন। ডিঅ্যামিনেশন থেকে কখনোই কিন্তু এন্ড প্রোডাক্ট অ্যামাইনো অ্যাসিড তৈরি হয় না, অলওয়েজ কিটো অ্যাসিড তৈরি হবে। ডিঅ্যামিনেশন মানে কি? রিমুভাল অফ অ্যামাইনো গ্রুপ ফ্রম আ অ্যামাইনো অ্যাসিড। তাহলে কি পড়ে থাকছে? কিটো অ্যাসিড পড়ে থাকছে। কিন্তু ট্রান্সঅ্যামাইনেশনে কি হচ্ছে? একটা সিগনিফিকেন্ট অ্যামাইনো অ্যাসিড ইজ গেটিং কনভার্টেড ইনটু আ সিগনিফিকেন্ট কিটো অ্যাসিড, আর একটা ইনসিগনিফিকেন্ট কিটো অ্যাসিড is taking the amino group and getting converted into an non-essential amino acid. হয়েছে? Next, 4 number question. The amino acids that do not undergo transamination are lysine and threonine. Then the levels of the following enzyme is elevated in myocardial infarction. Which one? AST, very good. The amino groups of amino acids taking part in transamination finally deposited in the following amino acid: glutamate. Good. Then amino acid that plays a central role in both transamination and deamination is also, ঠিক করে বল, ট্রান্সঅ্যামিনেশনের এন্ড প্রোডাক্ট আর ডিঅ্যামিনেশনের মেন প্রোডাক্ট কে ছিল? গ্লুটামেট। গ্লুটামেট। অ্যামোনিয়া is trapped in brain by অ্যামোনিয়া is trapped. অ্যামোনিয়া ট্র্যাপিং কি করে হচ্ছিল? বাই ফরমেশন অফ গ্লুটামিন। তাহলে গ্লুটামিন সিনথেটেজ, তাই তো? ক্লিয়ার? গ্লুটামিন সিনথেসিস was trapping of ammonia. Okay, thank you.